Hello. I see y'all are not really early birds. Maybe around like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, and I see y'all. Oh, it's almost 8, but hey, what's up? What's up? And I have shaved the face. So what's up? Y'all gonna be packing or whatever I'm doing, or what? Cleaning up. Oh. Mm-mm. See, I was with me when I went to Burger King, but ain't nobody in here now. Ain't nobody in here now. You ain't got nothing to say, huh? You ain't got nothing to say? Hmm? So still nothing. Nothing. All right, let's reconnect. I guess y'all not liking me this morning. Or maybe I have to be a little bit later. I don't know. No. I don't know. Maybe the algorithm is doing something crazy. Hey. Whew. So. I guess it's a little better. Going to when I was walking to work. I'm thinking about trying to see about if I can go into work today, but I don't know because I do have something else I gotta do, something important I gotta do. I don't know these people, they're gonna hire some new people. Other people is gone, or I think they about to fire the other people. So I don't know what's going on. But when you schedule for 3 o'clock and you come in at 5 o'clock, every time you schedule, you and your girlfriend, which of course is no longer a secret because everybody at the job is talking about it. So that's why I try not to. People be asking me, I don't know. They say, oh well, I thought you was. Well, listen, I don't know what you thought, but you thought I was the wrong person for you to ask me a question about somebody else's business. So yeah, I don't know. You gotta ask that person about their business. Makes sense, right? So that's why they like me at the job because I don't hear nobody else. They say, oh, you know so and so, and they dating. I was like, really? Wow. But I think they're going to get rid of them though. I can talk to y'all about it because I don't let nobody at my job go see this. Well, maybe not. I don't know. But if it don't, it could be another job. I'm just talking to y'all about stuff that's. So it could be, but it's not anything that I guess would be considered harmful because it's like, well, I don't know. If you coming in and working at XYZ, you could potentially get fired. I didn't say that I heard it from anybody. I just know, well, technically, I don't know. I guess we could get off that topic, but you know what I'm saying. They ain't been showing you work on time. But it's not like other people at the job don't come in when they want to come in because they the favorite, you know what I'm saying? And I will say that I let's just say I came in maybe only a few minutes late. Now come to hours, people coming in hours late and all that stuff, that's different. But two people that I mean, hopefully they don't because I actually like them. You know what I'm saying? They cool with me. Well, I mean, like I don't really know, but I'm just saying I'm cool with them. Meaning, like, as in, I don't have a problem with them. You know, come in, they do whatever they're supposed to do at work, whatever that may be, and that's it. Just like me, I come in. That's why when they have me training or the other people shadowing me, I just do what I'm supposed to do, because that's what they would want me to do, right? So you're not gonna be getting trained nothing bad, like to be on your cell phone, this and that. Now, if you're on your cell phone, you're not really gonna ever catch me on my cell phone like that. Sometimes I might be on it, but it's rare. I'm on it for like a second, hot second. You know what I'm saying? And again, nobody said you really couldn't be on it, but if every 5 minutes they look up and they see you on the phone, come on now. Who gonna say something? Of course they gonna say something. They're gonna be like, we paying you to just be on the phone at work? Of course they gonna say something. I'm not gonna go run and tell somebody. Although other people be like that. Like the lady at work when asked me, wow, this is the first time I've seen you with your apron on. BITCH, you know this ain't the first mother sucking time. And I didn't say that. I was just like, oh wow, I'm glad you're very interested in my business. And you have a good eye for things like that, don't you? She said, I'm gonna just leave it alone. Yeah. You're a good, wholesome Christian, ain't you? I like that. Oh, you talking about how she Christian, all that stuff. You a messy Christian. You worried about what I got going on if I'm wearing my apron at work. And she said it loud too, because the managers was standing right there. She said it loud. Then I looked at her and I said, wow, your apron have a lot of holes and stuff in it. That's not that presentable. I know how to get your ass, lady. Those be the main ones, the real wholesome Christians. But anyways, dang, I'm sorry. I said I wasn't gonna talk about it on my channel. See, I probably already getting demonetized. Or not demonetized, but I probably already getting, the algorithm is getting messed up. I'm sorry, Christians. I didn't mean to say it like that. I did not mean to say it like that. Because I'm pretty sure, you know, God wouldn't care if you being messy and not trying to get people in trouble, but then you're getting people in trouble. If you understand what I'm saying? All right, let's move on. That seems like it's negative. We're going to talk about, listen, what we going to talk about, y'all? Y'all like my hair today? What'd you think? Tell me. What'd you think? What'd you think? Look at it. It looks okay, right? I think it looked fine. Because this is how it grew up out of my head. It's funny when the lady was like, oh, it's because something is getting nappy. And I just laughed. Because you know how the others, you know how they be. They don't really know what to say. I was like, dang. She was like, oh, that's why you wear a do-rag? I was like, I don't even wear a do-rag. I mean, you can wear a do-rag if you have, sometimes you want to keep your hair laid down a certain protection style, you know. But other than that, but I like her though. Some people are just misinformed and don't really know. Just like when I had my hair braided that time, I been took my braids out though. She's like, oh, I love your dreads. What are you gonna do? You gonna get mad at them for not knowing what braids and dreads are? So it's like a lot of stuff you can't let bother you. That's why, you know, if you're doing YouTube, you can't be getting too upset when people say stuff like the other guy said my hair looked terrible the other day. Man, you should have heard he was going in. He said he said your hair looked terrible. I said, and I was like, oh, thank you. man. Look terrible. But yeah, I had bills to pay today, had to pay rent, and you know, like I said, anything that you guys do, I always appreciate it. I just now started back on this. One of my classmates, she actually is on my page. Shout out to her, La Bombay. And we were talking yesterday when I was going to work, and I was riding the bus. So shout out to her. You can also go follow her on her page, on her YouTube page. You know. And I think I'm really getting excited about doing YouTube again. You know what I'm saying? I said, give me some my spare time. Be constructive, you know. But I don't really see as many comments as I did the other day. What do you think about the fit? Hey, check the fit out. How we doing with the fit? Hey. One of my good friends actually gave me this t-shirt. Hey, check out the fit. Yep. He lives in Nashville. He's actually about to move back to Minnesota. So I'm wishing him well and everything. He's moving back to Minnesota. Well, I don't know why I said wishing well, but just wishing like, you know, a safety transition going back to the family and stuff. He's a chef, and he's lost his job that was here in downtown Nashville. So now he's going back to Minnesota because he just so happened to up there. That's when we came way more money. But when he told me, he was like, "Oh no, I don't do jobs paying less than $20 an hour." That's what I'm saying. You gotta have standards, you know. And that's the thing. Yes, I'll be grateful for anything. And it's listen, I'll take the pay. But at the end of the day, when they said this, I said, oh, I'm gonna ask for more money. And then sometimes you get lucky, they give you some more money. Because you know, and then sometimes they don't. All they can do is say no and reject you. But I'd rather get rejected and then have tried than to not have tried. But his pay, that's way, you know. And of course, I'm not going to tell you my pay because I don't want you to count my money. Which I should allow that because some of y'all is actually trying to help support the channel, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that to say, that's why at jobs, people ask how much you get paid. I never tell them because people, these crazy people are very jealous and envious. That's one of the biggest things in the Bible. It says, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor, but people definitely are very, very jealous. And it's crazy. Yes, there's always going to be somebody that's getting paid more than me, and somebody else is going to have more than me. But if you think about that, then it's like your life is just, you can't just try to you can't think about that. You couldn't want to strive for better for yourself, but I can't think about what the next person has because then I'm over worrying and worrying myself, stress myself out. And then you, an unhappy person. And then you got to work with what you got, you know? But I was kind of tight when he said, I said, what? You getting paid? I didn't know he was getting paid more than $20 an hour. You know what I'm saying? But at that job, I mean, at one point I was. One of my jobs, the highest paying job I ever had was like about $34 an hour. And I was like, man, I wish I could, but guess what? I don't got a time machine. Things happen for a reason. But guess what? Just because I made more money, I still didn't have more money because I didn't know how to save. I didn't know how to budget. I didn't know what to do with what I had. So that's what that is. But on another note though, you can make a lot, especially in the food industry. He's a chef. So I'm expecting the chef to still make some money, you know what I'm saying? And I guess I don't know, just tips and stuff like that. Cause I don't know, I don't think he said he's ever been like a waiter or anything. But yeah. And then hopefully soon I get my job back with Walmart, you know? And we'll see how that goes. But I don't know what y'all want me to talk about. You can't just sit here and watch me. That's okay. It's fine. Fine with me. One thing, I never want to accumulate more stuff and a lot of stuff like how I used to have. I don't want nothing. Just a little bit of clothes, that's it. I want to keep this little bit of stuff, that's it. I don't want a whole lot of stuff. I do be sometimes wanting it, but then I be like, do I need it? Do I this and that? And yeah, you want to treat yourself and stuff like that, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's less baggage, you know? Something happened, I can just get up and go. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the live stream. Soon I'll have a little setup and hopefully things will get back to normal. I can't believe, first of all, y'all not up this early. Y'all used to be up early. What's going on? Like, I'm trying to figure out what time is it? Maybe because I start heading around 8:30, almost 9 sometime to work. But today y'all's not feeling me today. Y'all's not feeling me today. At least we start getting the subscribers start going back up, which is a good thing. You know? And it's gonna take a while because I know definitely y'all missed me for a long time. For a while, I was not in the scene, you know? I was definitely out of the picture. And all y'all had was some old videos of me. That was it. But soon, I'm gonna start trying to do live stream every morning. And just throughout the day. Because like I seen this one guy, and again, people hating on him, and he's actually homeless out here in the streets. And he's actually getting money. Because guess what? People sending him money. He's going live. He's talking about his life. You know what I'm saying? And he's out here actually, people, I've never seen him in his live stream doing any type of drugs or anything like that. But I think he might smoke weed or something. I do see him like smoking like that. Definitely you can tell by the smoke. Sometimes it look a little different, but other than that, that's his business. But still, it's like people still show up and support, and that's a good thing. I mean, of course, people be calling him names. Oh, you a bum. Oh, you this and that and the third. you know. But regardless, people call your names or not, just like with me, people always gonna have their opinions of you. Some people always gonna, oh, this person thinks they better than this and that. You're always gonna have people like that. So, and then there's always people that's gonna agree. You know, you can't do nothing about that. People gonna talk. But what you can do is continue to post and ignore the stupid comments. You know? And I still support by watching his channel because I know by you viewing his channel, he's still getting monetization, he's still getting money. Even if it's not monetized, in some form or shape, sometimes like people send out this, you know, they support him, which is really good, you know? Just like I hope that y'all do the same thing once I continuously post, you know? But you don't have to, but if you do, that's a great thing. So, oh, the last time we talked about I had went to the food pantry, and I haven't went to a food pantry in a little while, because the last time I went to a food pantry, I was in the mission, and so the mission doesn't allow you to have canned goods and certain stuff like that for whatever reason. So all I could bring in was the cereal, and the canned goods, basically, they had to be donated. So basically, they were just like, oh, they give it to, I guess, the kitchen in the back, or whatever they did with it. The box got turned in, and they just gave me the cereal, which was, to me, I was like, dang, that was a waste of time. So, um, you know, and it's like, sometimes you want to be able to say, hey, I have this, and I want to be able to, you know what I'm saying, have this. So it's like you don't want to have to spend all your money towards food and stuff like that. So anybody can go to the food pantry. I mean, I've known that. But when you start working and stuff, you're like, oh, I don't really have to go. And then you start using your own money to buy food and stuff, which I'm like, I need to do rice and beans, beans and rice. That's the program we on. Rice and beans, beans and rice. Okay? You know, sometimes I order food and stuff like that, and it's like, no, 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 no. No. You cannot afford to do that. Because until you have some money that stays saved up, that's not. See, people, when you have money, it's like, oh, it's designated. Yes, it's designated to bills. It's designated to elevate in my life. It's designated to other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it already has a predestination. But you want to be able to have money that don't have no destination. It can just be saved, and you can be like, oh, snap. If I want to go on a trip, I can go on a trip or something. You know? I want to get back to that. I used to be like, hey, dang, I had enough saved. Let me go take a trip to Puerto Rico. Which, by the way, y'all, Puerto Rico is not that expensive. And then especially when I went during COVID, you know what I'm saying? Which I probably shouldn't have because, you know, but hey, they didn't ban flights and stuff like that. So that's a whole nother topic for another day. But my plane ticket was literally like $30 round trip. Well, one way that way, one way this. I kid you not. Those tickets was cheap, baby. When I tell you, because I don't have a passport, I never had a passport, and so I was like, all right, I'll go to Puerto Rico, you know, and see if I can, you know, before if we all die, because that's what I'm telling you. Everybody, I was thinking I was gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff was going through my mind during COVID. Okay. A lot of stuff. You know, I went to see my sister in Texas. You know, I wanted to see my family here in Tennessee, but thank goodness we all survived and nobody died, and we still get to see each other here and there. You know, that's a whole other story. Which, again, I choose not to disclose that on YouTube But some people disclose more, some people share more, which is, that's their prerogative. They can do that. You can choose to overshare or to share or to whatever. You know, one day maybe I'll feel comfortable enough to share that with y'all. Some stuff in my life is very traumatic, and the family is not that close and never really was that close. And just certain things, you know, and that's one thing. Family is the worst ones that will always, when it come down to money, family is the first off. Family will do you dirty sometimes more than regular people. So if I don't even really F with my family or trust my family like that, what you think I'm looking at you like, okay, what are you really saying right now? You know what I'm saying? Family really do you in dirty sometimes. And mine has done that. I'm like, listen, Sonya, where that money you owe me? Oh, you got amnesia. You don't know where it's at. Oh, okay. Well, I need it. Well, I'm homeless now. You was living in you trying to get a hotel, this and that, you know? So, money don't just grow on trees. People work hard for their money. You know what I'm saying? To just be giving it up like that, that's the old sucker. I don't think there's a new sucker. When he come, you let me know. Y'all let me know. Because definitely family do you in dirty. Everybody gonna have a story, you know? You good to feel bad, but guess what? At the end of the day, I can't do nothing. But guess what? I can, just like you can. That's why it's so hard. I make these videos and I'm trading in my time and energy, and y'all get to watch videos, right? So y'all get to choose if y'all want to send something or not. Y'all don't ever have to send a dime. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't do nothing, which is fine. Because then that's when Google gets in and Google step in, and then guess what? You can get paid through Google, you know? But anyways, I'm ranting, and that's just something, you know? My family definitely is the first ones with their hands open. When I was making that good money, they was like, oh, I need this, I need that. Can you help me with this? Guess who the first one helped me? Guess what happens? You strung out, not saying again, because this thing, you on drug, you on this, you whatever. Ain't nowhere to be found. Nobody looking to help Joshua. Nobody looking to say, hey, you just stay with me. I'm like, dang, cousin, dang, auntie. Oh, I forgot. My parents are dead. Nobody cares about you. And that's when you learn in life. That's what New York taught me. Nobody has to do nothing for you. Don't you understand? So I'm appreciative to everything, even if it's just a little something, you know? And I still try to remain positive. I try. It's hard, you know? It's really hard. It's really hard to try to remain positive. That's crazy. I'm wondering if this thing is on because ain't nobody commented at all this morning. And yesterday morning, people was commenting and saying stuff. Nobody is commenting. And maybe this live stream I might delete because certain stuff I don't know. I think I shouldn't even talk about it because, you know, it's just like certain things. I don't know if I want to. Again, like I said, share, and it's already once you share it, but it's like, will it remain on the internet forever? Yes. There's websites. Main goal is to save whatever's been posted online and save it. So just in case they got to come back up with it later, you know. So, anyways, do you like mornings? Yes or no? I should have said who's having a good morning, but then I'm like, I don't know. But who's a morning person? Let me know. I'm not really a morning person at all. I'm more of like when I go to my job and I have the ones on the weekend, when I work the weekend, and then at nights is better for me. I'm not really like too much of a morning person. Of course, yeah, you'll still talk and stuff like that, whatever. I'll still talk, but it's like even if I've had enough sleep, it's still like one of them things where I'm still like not really. I don't know. Like I just, I feel like if I wake up in the morning, I need 2 more extra hours of sleep versus if I was to maybe have that same amount of hours of sleep and then wake up in the afternoon, or not even wake up. Like, because in the morning you have this period you just want to sit in the bed and you just want to lay there for another hour or two, even if you well rested. You just want to lay there for another hour or two. And sometimes you have to get your mind together and say, damn, I'm doing this for the rest of my life. Well, not the rest of your life, but you just be like, I'm doing this for the next few, months, year, whatever. And it's, you'd be like, oh, it's not a bad job, but it's still like the repetition. And then especially sometime when you feel defeated and you look back in your life and you was in a better place than where you are right now. You know what I'm saying? Then you was like, dang, look at what this come down to. But guess what? It's not the end of the world. I just have to look at even the simplest things and say, thank you. I woke up this morning and I'm alive. I can breathe. I can actually walk. You know what I'm saying? Because when you start talking about all the other stuff that you don't have and this is going on, then it's like, mm-mm-mm. No, it's not good. You know? I'd be like, dang, man. I used to have my own apartment and it used to be nice, Like, and then I think of all those things that I used to have and I no longer. That's why I was like, if I had an apartment right now, I'm not going to have shit in there. To do what? I'm not inviting no guests over. It's just going to be me. And at the end of the day, it's just like, I need the basics. Maybe I might have a bed and a couch. Maybe, but I didn't have no TV. I have no need. Like, my whole mind frame has changed to where it's like, I wish I could have a tiny home or an RV or something. I don't want all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? To what? To lose it, for it to get stolen, for it to get, you know what I'm saying? Anything can happen. But guess what you do want? And guess where you want it? Exactly. I don't want all that stuff no more. Hell no. To me, it's just dumb. I mean, of course, again, there's other ways to think of it as, oh, that's not dumb. That's because you want to or like you want to have, you know, hey, I want to go home and my home to be my space of comfort. Right? Yes, you do. But even this TV right here in the room, I never once touched this TV at all. I don't care about having. I got a phone. If do the same thing that my TV can do. Same thing. And then some people will say, "Well, I can't watch it just from the phone." I could care less. Like me, I watch it from the phone, from my phone. Now, yes, I might say maybe I could get a projector or something like that. And I've seen those in the pawn shop, and they be cheaper than TV or the same price. for like what was that one when I was in Texas? I had got it. It was like $100, and it went all the way up to 100 inches, 100 something inches, or however big you want it. Basically, you just keep moving it back or whatever. But yeah, I don't want no decked out house or apartment or those days is over, long gone. Once I lost all of that stuff, and once my apartment was gone and I lost that, and it made me rethink about when I had to downsize and then go to nothing, and I had to sell stuff. It was just like this, all this materialistic ish. Now, yes, I maybe want to have some nice clothes. Maybe I might get some nicer clothes, whatever. But I only want a few pieces. I don't want a whole ton of clothes. No, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, no, I need to be able to take it and get up and go if I need to get up and go. That's it. And it's like some would say, well, you want to always live your life like that? Or you want to, well, listen, honey, you live your life how you want to live it, you know? But I'm just looking at it as like, I just, at this point in time, and that, again, stuff can change. But at this point in time in my life, I don't really see myself having all of those things, you know? And if I do, now maybe I do. I'm going on Craigslist. I'm trying to get it for free. See free furniture. I'm going to see the cheapest whatever. I'm going to see who's getting free furniture, who's giving free TV, people moving, da 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 da. So I don't feel bad if something's to happen and I have to move or it gets damaged or whatever. Um, and it's things that, again, I don't need to have a couch just because I got an apartment. A bed is more of a necessity, yes. But once upon a time, yes, you just slept on an air mattress. You know what I'm saying? Blow up bed. You slept in a daggone I can't even think of it right now. Um, I want to say I'm like a sack, but you know what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna say camping bag. I can't even think of the name right now. But yes, you slept in it, and that was it. In your apartment. That's it. And you made it work. But then gradually, of course, you want to have matches. You want to, you don't want to do something that is really over time can mess up your back and your body. Stuff like that is different, you know. But really, it's just like you made do, you know. You didn't have an AC until it was so hot. I'm telling you, and then even then you didn't have one. You only got one because your sister came down, and you said, "Oh man, the baby. Let me just go ahead and buy AC because the baby, is hot." And then you have guests, but really she was the only guest that came over my apartment. What? You know not to let people come over your apartment. You been knew that. That was rule number one. You don't let people up in your stuff. But guess what? Despite everything you were taught and you learned, you put that to the side. You're not going to be fooled again, right? Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm going too deep and I don't want to scare y'all because it's just like, well, really, it doesn't matter because it's my YouTube channel. But I'm just saying it's it's okay to live with less, and have nothing, you know? Just have what matters. Because when the bill is due, what they coming looking for? They're not coming looking for this couch you done bought or these two cars you got. No, they're not looking for that. But I'm just hold on, who's this? I'm just chatting, seeing who's jumping in. And I see they can't do I'm looking at the new options that they have on here. Cause this will be my maybe fourth. or fifth live stream ever, because before I would just make the YouTube video. I never did the live stream. You know what I'm saying? So I just did the video. But I'm glad to see y'all is tuning in. I'm actually even getting new subscribers from this. So that's actually a plus, you know. Um, so that's a good thing. Keep that coming. I need to make a new poll. Let me see if I can add a new poll. Let me type. What should I ask? Uh, because it has to kind of be a yes or no, or I can add another option. So I'm trying to think of something. Let's see. Oh, if I put what are you eating for breakfast? No. Oh, I could say what would y'all like me to talk about, and then have three options. Oh, on the channel. Yes. Okay. No, no, no. Hold on. So then I could be like, social media or on the channel. Oh, no, no, no. Food. Why in the world y'all won't let me? Y'all playing games. Y'all playing games. I guess CH can stand for channel. All right. So we can put, um, oh, I could put like movies, one, um, my life, two, and then we add an option. Um, movie slash TV show. Movie slash TV show. My life. And what's the other options? I'm not gonna put politics because that's a deep rabbit hole, and I don't think I'm well equipped to go in depth and elaborate on certain topics in politics without being canceled. So my life, let's see what else. I could put gaming, um, or just I don't know events today. My life, I don't know. It has to be a third option though, or I can just put etc. Put in the chat. All right, so we got the new poll up. And I think also it was more people streaming when it was on when I was outside. I think YouTube can tell when I'm outside or inside just laying on the bed. That could just be me and my stupidity, but I really feel like they can tell that I'm not outside. And oh shoot, I do have some stuff I gotta get done today. Well, I really kind of need it done today. Well, don't necessarily need it done today, but I would like to get it done today. Versus then I have to wait till next week. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't do it on the weekend. Got to be during the weekday. Building collapsed in the Bronx. So anybody in the NYC, y'all hear about that building collapse in the Bronx? See, that's the thing too. If it's not enough people in here to talk about a topic, and then I can just be talking, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all come and go. And this little retouch button, it looks kind of crazy. Oh, but it still got the old pole up though. Yeah, I hate doing this like this because then it gets like tangled up. I wonder what's going on today. There was way more. Maybe the algorithm didn't like my last video and now it's not sending me no people. Because I was wondering, what did I talk about the last video? I got to go back and watch it. Because I'm feeling a type of way now. You know? Oh, but yes, there was also more people when I was outside. Yep. They don't want to see you just laying in the bed. That's what I think it is. Or like, I don't know. I know on tag I could be able to get away with it. And but I don't know, it's something, maybe it's because I'm inside, not necessarily the bed, but it's like it's something where it's less people. So I'm going to exit and then I'm going to come back and see if more people get added.